Balasola very reluctant to go with them as they race to the first flight. Alca International and Blue Royal, Stage of Fair, Caterino on the far side make a stand. Nearest to us comes through to blaze the trail, and Balasola trails by 30 lengths or more behind the nearest horse, and that one is Theatre World, who was also a bit slow away. Make a stand then, the 1997 winner of this race, blazing the trail towards flight number 2. Having been off the track for over 1,000 days and already building up a huge lead in the hands of Richard Johnson. From Alca International in second, Stage of Fair and then Blue Royal. Caterino on the inside as the leader takes the second. Istabraq is tucked away on the inside of Mr. Percy next from Hors la Loi. And then the inner is Stage of Fair from Ashley Park, Restrained, Theatre World, and a long last is Balasola. There must be half a furlong between first and last as they race for the far side. This was the way Make a Stand won his champion hurdle, out there playing Catch Me If You Can. Just a question if after this long break with leg trouble he can possibly keep it up this time. Make a Stand clear of in second Alca International, then Blue Royal, Dato Star in 4, 5 is Caterino, followed by Mr. Percy, a couple of lengths to Istabraq, then Hors la Loi, Stage of Fair, Ashley Park, 5 or 6 lengths Theatre World, and 25 Balasola. Over the first down the back, the leader over fluidly, Make a Stand, the others following, and all jump well. Theatre World was a bit ponderous towards the rear as they continue on towards the next. Flight number 4, Make a Stand, continues with this huge lead over Caterino, Blue Royal, then Alca International, Dato Star on the outside, Istabraq cutting every corner right up the inside then of Mr. Percy as they rise over the next. Another good jump by Make a Stand. Caterino takes it just in second place. Slight mistake by Stage of Fair back in the field. They climb now towards flight number 5 in the Smurfit Champion Hurdle, and it's Make a Stand by 15 lengths to Caterino in second. Blue Royal is third, then Dato Star on the outside. Mr. Percy is next, then Istabraq on the inner of Alca International as they clear the flight going uphill, and Dato Star jumps that one very slowly and is now being driven along by Lorcan Wire as they reach the top of the hill. Make a Stand has come back to the pack. Last year's Triumph winner Caterino goes upsides, goes past him now. Make a Stand given a livener. Blue Royal moving well, then Mr. Percy. Istabraq cruising on the inside into 5th place now as they start down the hill under Charlie Swan, as then Mr. Percy races well. Hors la Loi on the outside, the light blue jacket, followed by Dato Star, and Ashley Park is running on from the rear with Stage of Fair. This is 3 out, at which it was Caterino just from Blue Royal. Istabraq on the inside, then Mr. Percy. Hors la Loi coming out well behind them. Ashley Park still staying on down towards the second last flight. Blue Royal takes over from Caterino. The Henderson horses 1 and 2, but they're queuing up to mount challenges. Istabraq on the inside goes third, then Hors la Loi, Stage of Fair running on behind these, then Dato Star from Mr. Percy. Blue Royal, but Istabraq quickens up smartly on the inside and is poised to challenge. Hors la Loi back in third, then Caterino and Stage of Fair. Here comes Istabraq on the inside of Blue Royal. Ashley Park running on the outside of Hors la Loi, but Istabraq strikes the front with just his favourite hill to climb. Blue Royal second, then Ashley Park and Hors la Loi, and Istabraq going on to win his third Smurfit Champion hurdle. 4 festival wins running for Istabraq in the champion, a champion of champions. Hors la Loi and Blue Royal, it was tight for second and third. Then Ashley Park, a fine run, followed home by Stage of Fair and Dato Star and Mr. Percy. Then Caterino, another gap then to Theatre World, Alca International, and Make a Stand. Well, here we go again. 4 festivals running. Istabraq joins Hatton's Grace, Sir Ken, Persian War, and See You Then by winning his 3rd champion hurdle. And once again, there were never too many anxious moments. Quickened up in the style of the class horse he is on the turn for home. And Charlie Swan and Istabraq, they've done it all before.
Charlie, well, I mean, the 3rd year, does it get better?
Oh, definitely. He's an amazing horse, you know, and the frights of last night. Aidan O'Brien he's knocked it out, you know.
And, I mean, what's the message for next year?
Well, hopefully it'd be nice to be the first horse to do 4, you know.
Can he be?
He can, definitely.
Vast applause going right round the stands for a hugely popular champion. Charlie Swan absolutely ecstatic, the crowd knowing they're seeing history. Istabraq lands the odds, returns 15 to 8 on favourite, and whether you backed him or not at the price, you're thrilled to be here to see the champion hurdle won for the third time and only the third horse to win at 4 consecutive Cheltenham festivals. Istabraq 15 to 8 on. The runner-up, Hors, great in defeat, an 11 to 1 chance. Blue Royal is third, that's sent off at 16 to 1, and Ashley Park runner blinded to be fourth of the pony, 25 to 1. But Istabraq, the 29th favourite in 71 runnings to win the champion hurdle. He's the 11th horse to go in at odds on. He's the 13th Irish trained winner, and this Istabraq, as I said, 15 to 8 on. What a good bet, and what a good price that was now. And one bookmaker's given in my hands, William Hill, 5 to 4, Istabraq to regain his title and win his 4th champion next year. 5 to 4 against.
I was just going to say, simply amazing to get a horse to Cheltenham 4 years running is something in itself. To get him here in this.
Blue Royal was handy throughout. Make a Stands had his days, nothing like the force he was. For a moment at the top of the hill, I thought Istabraq wasn't travelling that strongly, but as they poised to go to run down, you could see he was preparing to launch.
Well, the others went on. They once Make a Stand just began to fold. Mick Fitzgerald and Blue Royal took the initiative. They went on. Caterino had given him the lead at one stage, just begins to get a little bit tired here. Charlie Swan never left the inner for a moment. He let the race unfold around him, was quite content. He knew they had plenty of horse left underneath him, and the inside berth round this bend just is worth so much. Blue Royal ran his heart out, the ground just right for him. He's a big, strong, galloping sort of, as Nicky Ender said, you'll see next year back at the Arkle. But every time you want a big jump out of Istabraq, he comes up with the goods for you. And this is the fourth time we've seen him do this up this hill, gets his head down, and he's a real runner and a true champion.
This is the 4th time he's been here. He's Ireland's horse, and how they love him.